So just a little bit about my gastroparesis. I was diagnosed when I was 11 years old. My two biggest symptoms that I had was constant nausea, and I vomited anywhere from about 10 to 15 times a day. Um, so I guess to start things off, obviously gastroparesis is a very debilitating condition. Just trying to live with those symptoms day in and day out takes a toll on you. Um, there is no cure for it, and there's barely any public awareness or resources for gastroparesis as well. So I always felt like it was isolating in terms of like that because no one understood like what gastroparesis is. It's not like cancer where there's like an obvious sign like someone loses their hair and stuff like that. So it was really hard for me to communicate to people like teachers and coaches and stuff like that, how I like what I was going through basically. And it was also limiting and isolating socially because I would always be running to the bathroom like every half hour. Um, and just like I could barely go to school because of the symptoms. And like I was known as like I considered myself to be like the ghost of St. Mary's freshman year because I was only there for about like an hour and a half at most, and then you wouldn't see me for the rest of the day. So that was hard too, and definitely playing sports was a challenge. I would have to miss practices, and just I would always be so scared that like I would have to throw up like mid game. What would I do and stuff like that. So I really couldn't play sports, but I pushed myself to do so. Um, just looking at my notes here. Oh yeah, and just like going to like something like a big event like going to Fenway Park, I would always get scared because I didn't want to like throw up in public, so I would like have to make sure I was in like a certain area, so I would be right next to the bathroom, so I wouldn't have to go very far. Um, what else? So like in 2012, I got a gastric stimulator, which is basically a pacemaker for your stomach, and it sends little electrical shocks to your stomach to help kickstart the motility and keep it going, so your motility is functioning properly. Um, Ever since then, I've been fine. I haven't had any symptoms, but with that being said, the gastric stimulator is not a cure because the success rate with patients varies across. Wait, let me rephrase that. The success rate for patients varies. So it doesn't always work for everyone, but thank God it worked for me because it was a lifesaver. But getting the pacemaker itself was a challenge because we had to go through insurance, and my well, in I, I don't think any insurance actually covers it, but I'm not quite sure on that. But so it's really hard for people with gastroparesis to even get a stimulator. So that's one of the reasons why I started this challenge as well. Let's see, trying to think. Oh yeah, one more thing. I just wanted to say that like with gastroparesis, I always felt like I was just existing in life rather than living with life because of all the symptoms. I mean, I couldn't, go out to restaurants. Excuse me. I couldn't go out to restaurants. I couldn't see like just do like normal stuff, and especially being so young when I was diagnosed, it really like took away my childhood and stuff like that. So it was really hard to deal with, and just to reiterate, there's 5 million other people like me with gastroparesis out there that they have. I've seen people with even worse gastroparesis symptoms than me, and it's unimaginable that this condition exists and there is no cure for it. So the reason I started this challenge is because I wanted to help further gastroparesis awareness because there is little public awareness about it, and I just wanted to show people what gastroparesis is and what people who have it go through day in and day out. And my biggest goal is that this challenge will receive enough donations to help further research and ultimately find a cure for it. Um, so, like, just some background about why I started it. I started it on July 27th in preparation for August, which is Gastroparesis Awareness Month. It's always been like one of my life's biggest goals to actually do something for gastroparesis, like a fundraiser or start a charity or something like that. So my mom got me thinking of like what I should do. To like she pitched like you should start like a challenge or something to help further gastroparesis awareness. And then I kind of like looked at how the ice bucket challenge for ALS got so big, and they use like common household items like water and ice and stuff like that. So um, it was also I also got inspiration from the board game Pie Face that was like a big Christmas gift a year or two ago, and that was a big hit, and everybody was sharing their Pie Face videos online and stuff like that. So I figured whipped cream is pretty accessible, and a paper plate in a pie tin or any type of bowl or that you could find in your house works. So I figured that would be pretty simple and easy to do, and it would get a lot of laughs out of people and stuff like that. And it's also symbolic because it shows to people that don't know what gastroparesis is that they can't eat because there's no eating the pie. Obviously, you're just smashing it in your face and stuff like that. I really hope this challenge furthers gastroparesis awareness, and it kind of shows to the public like what people with this condition have to deal with day in and day out. And ultimately, I hope it finds a cure for it. When I found out that David Price accepted my challenge, I was like overly ecstatic. I saw it flash up on my phone, and I was up in my room at the time, and I saw it flash on my phone, and I ran down the stairs. I almost like fell down the stairs, and I told my family, and I was like, David Price is gonna take the challenge, and then everyone was like so excited. And then a few days later, he actually took the challenge, and he passed it on to Brock Holt, who has now taken the challenge, and now he has passed it on to Andrew Benintendi of the Red Sox. So hopefully he'll take it too, and it will keep spreading. But just to have it, just to have him accept it means a lot to me. Being a big sports fan and a big Red Sox fan, it was like meant the world to me. I mean, I couldn't even describe to you how great that felt. So it was something. I couldn't survive this journey with gastroparesis without the help of my family, my parents Tom and Eileen, my sister Julia, and my girlfriend Caitlin. They've been really supportive of me in this challenge and throughout my journey with gastroparesis. They've taught me to never give up, especially in school and in sports. They've always showed me that someone else has it worse, so just keep trucking along, just keep swimming, stuff like that. They've also been my rock, as I mentioned. They've always been there for when I needed them to be, and they've just been really great support systems to get through this. So thank you very much, Jess, and I can't thank you enough for doing this. I'm like honored by it, and you were one of the first members to actually take the challenge. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much.